When you think about professional athletes and their families, the image that often springs to mind is one of polished perfection. The quarterback leading his team under stadium lights while his spouse beams proudly from the stands, dazzling diamond ring flashing for cameras. But life off the field isn't a glossy magazine cover. It's messy, unpredictable, and sometimes a little unconventional. That's exactly what Los Angeles Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford and his wife, Kelly, opened up about recently when they explained why they don't always wear their wedding rings. At first glance, it might sound like something straight out of a tabloid headline. Quarterback spotted ringless. Trouble in paradise. But the truth, as the couple revealed, is far more practical and, in many ways, refreshingly honest about modern marriage. Beyond the symbol, Kelly Stafford remembers the day Matthew proposed to her back in college. It was simple, sweet, and heartfelt, the kind of moment you carry in your heart forever. Their wedding followed, a celebration filled with joy, friends, and family. Like most newlyweds, they exchanged rings, a shining reminder of their vows. But as years passed, especially through the intensity of Matthew's NFL career and Kelly's own busy life as a mother of four, reality set in. Rings, though meaningful, aren't always practical. "I love my ring, don't get me wrong," Kelly admitted. "But I'm running after four kids most days. I'm wiping noses, cleaning up spills, juggling backpacks, groceries, and soccer practices. Sometimes that beautiful ring feels more like a hazard than a symbol of romance." For Matthew, the reasons are equally straightforward. On the field, jewelry is dangerous, he explained. It can get caught, cause injuries, or even break a finger. "So, I take it off before practice or a game, and sometimes, honestly, I forget to put it back on until later." The reality of an athlete's lifestyle. Professional football is brutal on the body. Hands in particular take a beating gripping the ball, getting tackled, bracing against impact. Rings aren't designed for that kind of punishment. There's also the risk of what we call ring avulsion, Matthew said, referencing a serious medical injury that can happen when a ring gets caught on something. "You've seen what can happen to guys who don't take them off, and trust me, it's not pretty." For fans who equate visible jewelry with proof of devotion, that practicality might sound unromantic. But for the Staffords, it's simply common sense. "Our marriage isn't built on metal," Matthew said. "It's built on trust, communication, and the life we've created together. The ring is a symbol, yes, but the love doesn't disappear if the ring isn't on." Kelly's perspective: motherhood, identity, and comfort. Kelly is known for being candid with fans, whether on her podcast The Morning After or on social media. She's open about her struggles, triumphs, and even the less glamorous sides of her life. One of her biggest points? The pressure women face to live up to perfect wife expectations. "There's this cultural thing where people assume if you're not wearing your wedding ring, something must be wrong," she said. Like, "Are you fighting? Is he cheating? Did you forget what marriage means?" But that's such a shallow way to look at love. Kelly sometimes swaps her wedding ring for a simple silicone band, or nothing at all, depending on the day. "I need to be comfortable. I need to be able to wash dishes, fold laundry, and toss a football in the backyard without worrying about scratching a diamond or hurting my hand." And she's not alone. Many mothers relate to her perspective. Rings can snag on clothing, scratch delicate baby skin, or even just feel heavy when your hands are already full. Defying the tabloid gaze. The Staffords have been in the spotlight for years, enduring the scrutiny that comes with being connected to the NFL. Kelly's openness on social media has sometimes fueled headlines, while Matthew's calm, reserved demeanor has kept him laser-focused on football. Together, they've learned how to navigate gossip. "People notice when we're not wearing rings," Kelly laughed. "I'll get DMs like, 'Everything okay with you and Matthew?' And I'm like, 'Yes, everything's great. We just don't wear rings 24/7. Matthew chimed in, "We don't let the outside noise define us. Anyone who knows us knows we're solid. The rings don't make or break that." What rings really mean. Rings are ancient symbols, worn for thousands of years to represent union and eternity. But like any tradition, their meaning evolves with the people who wear them. For Matthew and Kelly, The ring is a cherished symbol, but not a daily necessity. When we do wear them, it feels special, Kelly said. Like, we're dressing up for a night out, celebrating each other, or marking an occasion. But on a random Tuesday with peanut butter stains on my shirt, not so much. They both stress that marriage isn't about performance. We don't need to perform love for Instagram, Matthew added. We live it at home, in the chaos of kids, in the quiet moments after a long day, in the way we support each other. That's what matters. Weathering the storms. The Stafford's marriage hasn't been without challenges. Kelly faced a serious health scare in 2019 when she underwent brain surgery to remove a tumor. Matthew stood by her side, balancing football with hospital visits and family responsibilities. That period tested their relationship more deeply than any ring ever could. Going through something like that strips away all the superficial stuff, Kelly said. When you're fighting for your life, you don't care if your spouse is wearing a ring. You care that they're holding your hand and telling you it's going to be okay. Matthew echoed that sentiment. I didn't need a piece of jewelry to remind me I was her husband. I knew it in every heartbeat, every moment I sat by her bed. That's what marriage is about. A message for fans. The Staffords hope that by being honest, they can shift how people think about marriage, commitment, and symbols. It's okay if you don't wear your ring every single day, Kelly said. It doesn't mean you love your spouse any less. It just means you're human, living a life that's sometimes messy and unpredictable. Matthew added, the real test of marriage isn't about what's on your finger. It's about what's in your heart, what you show each other when nobody's watching. The bigger picture. At the end of the day, Kelly and Matthew's perspective is one of balance. They honor tradition but refuse to be boxed in by it. They value the symbol of their rings, but they don't let the absence of a band dictate the presence of their love. For fans who idolize sports stars and their families, it's a refreshing reminder that even under the glare of stadium lights and paparazzi lenses, marriage is still marriage, full of quirks, compromises, and personal choices. So the next time someone spots Matthew Stafford running plays without a ring, or Kelly juggling kids at the park barehanded, it won't be a sign of trouble. It will be a sign of reality, a couple choosing to define love on their own terms, unbound by expectation and deeply grounded in the life they've built together.